Hello, I'm Paul Penrose from Finextra, reporting from SWIFT's European Operations Forum in Berlin. I'm here with Miriam Sinn, Senior Oversight Expert at Deutsche Bundesbank. Miriam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
In your role as an overseer, you have a good view of where our industry stands on cybersecurity. Should we be worried? And what is the state of readiness of financial institutions?
Well, as an overseer, we're always worried about the state of all risks, and I think we believe all institutions should be concerned about all the risks. Cyber risk is certainly no exception. On the contrary, it's something where we see the threat landscape rapidly evolving and quickly changing, and the situation actually getting more and more difficult. What we do see is that there is a very varied levels of maturity in the market. It ranges from some institutions who have very well internalized the situation, who understood what's at stake and have prepared quite well. On the other hand, we do always still come across those institutions who feel cybersecurity is an IT problem. The IT department has taken care of it, and it's just something we solve by throwing money at, and the IT department will take care of it. But that's the wrong approach. It should be an approach that fills the whole, that sort of a culture throughout the entire organization. It must be clear from the very top, from the senior management, from the board even, all the way to all departments really. It's not the IT department only, it's also the HR department. It's every single department that you have that has to be aware that cyber threats are serious threats to an institution. And that's something that sometimes I feel is still missing, and that I hope we can move towards, that understanding.
You're involved as a member of the CPMI working group on cyber resilience in market infrastructures. Are the initiatives and actions in progress sufficient, and will it adequately address the evolving challenges in cyber protection?
Well, I very much welcome the challenges that we see currently popping up everywhere, whether it be from the private sector like the CSP from SWIFT, or whether it be regulatory initiatives. I think one thing we have to be conscious of, though, your question sort of, it sounds, will it be enough? Will it be sufficient? Will it get us there? Well, it's not easy to answer because it's an ongoing process. And we're moving in the right direction. These initiatives are welcome. But the question is, can we keep that momentum going? How can we continue these initiatives? How can we make them go all the way? How can we extend them? And how can we keep them alive? And I think that's going to be the real challenge.
On the topic of collaboration in cyber protection, what works well, and where do you see areas for improvement?
Well, maybe an easier question than to answer what works well is to address what doesn't work well. I think the main challenge we face is that we work in a truly global sector. It's a truly global industry where threats are borderless. Yet, information and collaboration does not easily travel across borders. And that overcoming that challenge is not going to be an easy one. Now, what works well? I suppose anything that builds trust, anything that sort of helps people to get to know each other, to understand each other, understand who am I speaking to, who am I sharing my information with. That tends to have a step in that tends to be a step in the right direction, but it's not easy to generate because you have to have it can't be a very large group. It has to be a somewhat targeted group. It has to be similar people, and often, unfortunately, from the same countries even. And that's not an easy challenge to overcome. As regulators, we like to make rules that institutions have to cooperate, they have to collaborate, they have to share information. But trust is an awfully difficult thing to legislate. You can't force someone to trust someone. So I guess it's something that has to develop through a cultural change. People have to understand that it's not competition. It's not my institution versus your institution. We're in this together. We have to share information so that together we can be in a better position. But I think we're not quite there at the moment, and I think we have to work on changing that mindset.
Miriam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.